Hi, this is Joe with J. Alexander Roofing, Quail Meadow Apartment Complex, Stearns Road, Fostoria, Ohio. I'm here today performing a video inspection of the roof. We obviously have an extremely large area. I like to keep these videos halfway brief, so I'm probably not going to be able to walk every square inch of the roof. I already have done that. There's obviously a lot of wind damage, partially because it wasn't the best install. Maybe this thing was built either not in ideal conditions, either too cold or too hot. There's a lot of nails that have blown through the shingles. That's part of the reason why you're experiencing so much wind damage, mostly on the south and the west facing where the prevailing wind comes from. But also, you know, it's an inferior product. 60 mile per hour wind rated shingle. You kind of get what you get out here. You're almost in the middle of the field, so that's naturally going to happen. Even if it's a great wind install, you're going to lose some because your wind excess is going to exceed the shingle's expectations. And the other thing I want to talk about, it's kind of roofers one-on-one. When you're installing these, I'm going to call this over here the dormer. This is the main slope of the roof. What they did on every single one of these is they flipped them around, they installed them backwards. That's why most of these valleys are leaking. That's why they've been swapped out. If you can imagine this, you get a real heavy rain. The majority of the rain is on the main slope of this roof. Ideally, it would come down and run on top of this dormer, then naturally funnel itself down to the gutter, to the downspouts off the property. However, they decided to shingle this slope first and then put the dormers on afterwards. So what happens is the water runs down the roof, drives under this valley, and you know there's absolutely no seal. They didn't run any blackjack, and it's not ideal. It's kind of an issue waiting to happen, and we've been seeing it happen. That's why there's so many of these valleys have been swapped out to the metal W valley. Sorry about that. So that's widespread across this roof. Almost every one of these dormers is flipped around the wrong way. So that's why you're experiencing most of that problem. Just compounding that with the fact that you're looking at basically a 15-year product. It's on year 10, so it's on the latter part of its life. It's just kind of, it is what it is. It's 60 mile per hour wind rated shingle, like I said. That's why you're losing all these shingles. Joe from J. Alexander Roofing, Quail Meadow, Stearns Road, Fostoria, Ohio, performing a video inspection. And once again, I apologize that I can't cover every square inch of this. That would take me about 5 to 10 minutes. Thank you.